$500 expenditure you're going to look at. Too bad you look at the $66 million Honeywell expenditure. $500 expenditure. Too bad you didn't get so concerned about the 90% for the state reimbursement for Quincy High, Central Middle School.
No, that's not true.
It's the absolute truth. Go to the press, go to the SBA and get their ruling on it. You had 6 years to get it done. You didn't get it done. Well, Milton got 3 done under the same program. What's Milton's argument? Come on, man. The fact is, we've been doing it. Since we've been in office, we haven't been making the changes. We're working with employees. A year after a divisive strike in the city, we're sitting at the table with the teachers, with the employees, and negotiating and coming up with a GIC program that's saving the taxpayers $10 million. We've got it done. $1 million in trash collection savings, working on Braintree and Weymouth. Wage deferrals from those same employees. We're getting it done. You're talking about it. You had 6 years to do it. You didn't do it. We're doing it. The results are showing today. Tom, you had the largest increase in taxes in the city's history. I would say you're not doing it. The Milton folks had about 5 or 6 overrides. We didn't have that in the city of Quincy. You take credit for a $10 million savings in health care benefits of the city's employees while you were shaking hands with those picketing outside my office while I was taking a stand for the taxpayers of Quincy. The difference in this election is that I stand for the people out there that are hard-working taxpayers, and you stand for your cronies and your insiders. Thank you.
We only have one more set of questions to go. Joe Catalano, a question for Mr. Koch, please.
Thank you, Chelsea. Mr. Koch, good evening. How would you deal with another cut in local aid from the state as projected from Beacon Hill right now?
Well, one is we're going to save some money with a maintenance contract from Honeywell. So that's $689,000. We continue to encourage economic development. We're going to have new growth taxes coming from the BJ's, from the Lowe's development, from the Walgreens site, and the Bluefin, which we just located at the shipyard, all within this next year. I'll go back to the employees, work with them to see how we can, again, get over this hump through further concessions and deferrals. We will probably enact a hotel tax, a local option tax that the state has allowed cities and towns to look at. I think that would be helpful to get through this as well. We will get through this mess just like we have this past year by bringing people together at the table, treating them with respect, and getting the job done. The record is clear. I've been able to do that. My opposition has not been able to do that. It's been, you know, you talk about the teacher strike. I was proud to go up and shake hands with those teachers. We teach our kids in our classroom every day. We're on the line every day. I was proud to do that. In the end, you gave them a contract similar to what everybody else got. I'm not so sure what it was all about. What were you holding the line on? So that created such divisiveness in our community, which was not necessary. We sat with those same people a year later, working out wage deferrals and working out GIC budget changes. The saving to the taxpayer, millions and millions of dollars. The record is very clear.
The record is very clear is the answer to your question, Joe, because I asked that same question of Mr. Koch 5 times in the last debate, and he gave you not one specific answer to address your question. How is he going to balance next year's budget when he balanced the school budget by laying off teachers this year and with one-time stimulus funding of $4.7 million that won't be there next year, ladies and gentlemen. And this man has no idea what he's going to do next. New growth, development, next year is going to balance your budget. Next year's new growth will be less than prior year's new growth. You can count on that. Bringing employees together, Tom, I would suggest is a great thing. But when you have to make tough decisions, when you have to make cuts, you talk about recurring expenses in that first budget, but you didn't cut anything. You waited, and you spent money redecorating your office and hiring your cronies and giving the firemen who backed your candidacy a 13% raise in the first year of their contract.
Thank you.
Higher than any contract in the state. It hurts, but it's the truth.
The fire contract.
Mr. Koch, please.
The fire contract reflected what you gave to all of the employees. The fact is, we've been able to work with our employees. You weren't able to do it. The fact is, we've been able to work with state officials. You weren't able to do it. We saw in the Ledger editorial within their endorsement of you 2 years ago, your explanation on the school project, which you dismissed, because that's what's costing you the taxpayers. The 46 million more we're paying for Quincy High, you dismissed that like it's no big deal. The editorial said your explanation was disingenuous double talk. That was following what the SBA really said what the story was. You didn't file your paperwork in time. You fiddled and diddled with the project. You didn't get it done.
Thank you, gentlemen.